Did you know 40.6% of Americans between the ages of 35 and 64 are expected to run out of money in retirement? Between living longer, rising costs, and poor saving habits, planning for retirement is more important than ever. And yes, that means more than just contributing to your 401k. You've heard it said, if you fail to plan, then you plan to fail. Retirement planning starts by defining a budget for your lifestyle. Many experts say you'll spend anywhere from 55 to 80% of your annual pre-retirement income.
What I've seen in my almost 30 years in the financial and retirement planning community is that folks that have defined a budget have come out way far ahead because you know what you need for retirement. How do you plan for retirement if you don't know what you're going to need? So we look at what you like to do today, we fast forward in the future, factor in inflation and cost rises, and then we make sure we have a plan that can help you do what you want to do. Because think about it, what fun is retirement if you're not doing what you want to do? That's why we encourage and help you work out that budget now and that budget later.
Once you've prepared that budget for your lifestyle, then you need to make sure your essentials are taken care of by guaranteed income. And here's the thing, Social Security may be guaranteed, but it also may not be enough. Warren Buffett once said, "The tour we've taken through the last century proves that market irrationality of an extreme kind periodically erupts, and compellingly suggests that investors wanting to do well had better learn how to deal with the next outbreak." And how do we deal with that next outbreak? Let's see what Coach Pete has to say.
What I've seen in my almost 30 years in the financial arena is that folks that have a long-term investment strategy usually come out far ahead. Now, an investment strategy is not just throwing money at the stock market and hoping it goes up, even though that is a strategy some people imply, because let's say you take a guess, your first guess ever on a stock, and it goes up. Now you think you're an expert. You can learn real quick that that wasn't the right way, and you're not an expert when the next stock you pick goes down. So what I advise is first we establish a core part of your portfolio. The core money is going to be there, it's going to grow, it's going to protect that growth, and it's going to give you lifetime income.
A good investment strategy can help you see the potential reward. This could be an index fund, but it could also be a combination of anything from crypto to real estate.
And there's several ancillary advantages to that. One, beyond having that money protected against loss, but number two, when you have that money that's in the market, in our world, our red or risk bucket, you're a little bit less concerned about the fluctuations that you have up and down there because you have that piece that is protected. And lastly, an advantage to that is when we start to make withdrawals in retirement. Sometimes, the plans will work where we can withdraw a little bit more because, when you do a plan, and most times it's 4%, that's the golden rule. Sometimes we can go above that a little bit because that 4% is assuming 100% of that money is at risk. So if you do not have all of that money at risk, if you have some and that's completely protected, another advantage there is I could take out a little bit more in retirement because that's not going up and down with the fluctuations of the market.
While retirement and Medicare have become somewhat synonymous, that's not where your healthcare strategy in retirement should start and end. After all, you need to develop a strategy prepared to last you several decades. With longevity statistics increasing, it is imperative that you have a plan for the long haul.
Well, you've probably heard me refer to health insurance. I call it wealth insurance because there's no quicker way to lose everything you have in life than not have health insurance, period.
Most people watching know somebody who's had a long-term care incident. It can bankrupt a family. And the first person that goes to the long-term care facility, the second spouse, is broke now. So we need to make sure we have a long-term care policy in place. You don't have to buy a long-term care policy, though, to get long-term care coverage. There are some specially designed life insurance policies that let you take the death benefit today to use for your long-term care. So you don't have to die to benefit from a life insurance policy, and you can be guaranteed to have that long-term care coverage by having the proper policy. So it's overlooked and understood, believe it or not. I know it's a new word, but let's get you understanding what's available to you.
The final part of a person's retirement isn't really about the person at all. Legacy planning covers more than you might think. Estate planning, including wills, trusts, inheritance matters, are also an area of particular concerns for Americans as they prepare for retirement. And it's not just planning and inheritance. What about a special needs person? What about your account numbers and passwords? Does your partner understand where all of the bills are and how they're being paid? When planning for the future, make sure your assets left behind go to the people you want, and they don't struggle finding out the information during this difficult time. Without proper planning, you could find your wealth going towards taxes, fees, and court costs instead of your loved ones.
We're so worried about today and ourselves, we forget about what's going to happen tomorrow to our relatives. More specifically, our spouses, children we care for, grandchildren, even that. So putting together a proper legacy plan is you talking from your grave to make sure people you wanted to have money have the money they need. Now, we want to structure it the right way. There are ways you can structure a tax-free legacy plan, and that's vitally important.
So what does your retirement plan look like? A Transamerica study found that only 18% of respondents were actively preparing for retirement, and 35% were thinking about it, but procrastinating instead of taking action. You've worked hard for your money. If you don't have a plan, or you don't have a second opinion on your current plan, connect with our team of advisors at Capital Financial. Our holistic process takes a look at your entire financial picture. We break it down, put it on an easy-to-understand one-page financial review, and confirm that you have enough to last the rest of your life and have a ton of fun. And as a thank you for watching, we will perform an easy-to-understand financial review completely complimentary. Give us a call today and be sure to like and subscribe for more great content.